John, explain a little bit where we are, because some people who are going to be watching this will possibly semi-recognise this room.
Yes. Well, this actual room is where they did some of the filming of Harry Potter. A lot of the Laycock is Harry Potter, but in this room they did a bit of the filming of the Half-Blood Prince, where the burglar would come into the room and of the Half-Blood Prince. So this is where they actually did some of the filming of it.
So there's a real bit of sort of modern history in terms of Harry Potter,
Yeah.
but there's real history to this place as well.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a little flavour of what this place was and what what you've also had to do to it?
So, Sign of the Angel is known as a golden coin and everything. It's not actually a sign of the angel; it's a golden coin. But this place is a 15th century built inn where part of it was the owners, part of it was the inn, and then you'd have two buildings at the other side where the people who worked here lived in there, and then the horses would come through the actual way you come through into the building and go out to the back where the stables were kept out the back there.
What makes this place tick though? Because I know you've got a huge amount of tourists coming in, but what makes it really work here, do you think?
Just being that little bit different. When we did decide to come here, we told the National Trust we're a restaurant. We're not a pub. The pubs do their brilliantly in Laycock. They do their food and everything. We just wanted to be that little bit different, a little bit more restaurant orientated with food, with service, with the rooms and everything. Just a bit more higher end, if you know.
So tell us a little bit about the food here. What's the real what would you say is the sign of the angel in terms of food?
Okay, so I've been doing it for 37 years catering. Worked over 10 years in Michelin stars, 11 national awards I've won in all the places I've worked in, as a restaurateur, as a chef, as an owner. And what we try and do here is very similar to trying to give seasonal food, fresh products, British identity. It's like we just done the tasting spring menu, and some of the dishes are like a lasagna. You do a fillet steak with a horseradish ravioli, with some spinach, and try and identify what that dish is, but just break it down a bit so people feel comfortable when they come in a place like this. We don't have any linen because we keep in the old-fashioned way, but our food we try and bring up to a certain level of creativity, should I say. Not just me, it's all the staff, all the team, not just the chefs, the wash-up, everyone. We all bring in different ideas, and we said that right at the start. We want a team ethos, not I'm this, I'm that. Totally.
And it changes the feel of a place though, doesn't it? When you know you've got a team working in there,
Yeah.
and every element of that team is really important.
Oh, as I say, even down at the wash-up, you respect everyone who comes into this business. As I say, when I've worked in places and no one, and it's all about the money, it's all about this, it just doesn't work. That's why so many catering places, business, if you work together, if you bring their ideas, they get a sense, as with the staff in the kitchen, I say, what's your idea? Even the apprentice that I've got in there, he's just done a dish that goes on the menu. I want everyone to really put an input, but the Sign of the Angel is about freshness, quality, comfortable surroundings and settings, not just of the settings but of the food too, because you don't want a boudin and all the, where I was trained in London, it was all French. I want to keep it English.
And what about Wiltshire? Do you bring some Wiltshire? What element of Wiltshire do you bring in to what you do?
The sausages are 300 yards that way. The pigs, they grow on Lackham, so it's 300 yards that way. All the suppliers are within 4 or 5 miles of us. So, and most of the products are all Wiltshire. We've just started building, and the school, Laycock School, take part in doing the garden out the back. We're going to be building our own garden. It's a community too. That's what we really want here. I know we've been here 4 or 5 years, but it's building up. We're getting the schools involved in doing a garden patch out the back, not just for us, but for them too, because they love it. You hear them out the back having a good laugh with building stuff and putting plants in and everything.
Understanding what they're going to,
Yeah.
that it's actually growing something they're going to eat.
Yes.
It's not wrapped in plastic and
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
come out
yeah.
of a supermarket. No,
And it's got dirt on and everything. I talk about immune systems and how we're losing it because of supermarkets and all this, and I get so passionate about just food is what you eat is what you are too.
Yeah.
And if you don't try stuff, I've got 2 children, and I just try it. If you don't like it, fine.
Yeah,
As long as
so
you try
important.
stuff, yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to trying some of your
Yeah.
fabulous food here tonight, and thank you for taking time and letting us look around this amazing building.
No, thank you very much for coming.